Happy birthday to Sofia Coppola.
Hey there, Mama.
Hey, Mama.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm having a productive week.
Love that.
A lot of writing.
Great.
Um,
Nice brag.
brag. I am neurotic this week,
Mm-hmm.
but
You're on guard.
not unstable. Just on guard.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Are you critical but stable?
no, I'm not critical yet.
Okay.
I'm like we're on watch. But I'm slowly coming down from
Love it.
some sort of loop that I was in.
Love that.
Things are happening behind the scenes.
Aren't they always?
Always.
If it ain't one thing, it's another.
How are you?
I'm
More importantly.
doing good. I'm doing good.
Yeah,
Plants are blooming.
they are.
I have some honeysuckle that I've let grow
Miss
wild.
Green Thumb.
I know.
It's ferngully up in
I've
there.
really had to learn. It's taken me since 2018 to learn that if you really want a plant to thrive, you simply must water it on a regular basis.
It's not as simple as it seems because it's hard to remember, honestly.
But plants also teach you so much about yourself and your own like personal habits. Like I'm pretty not hydrated enough. And then I pass my lack of hydration on to my plants.
I'd actually think
you would see me.
You are one of the most hydrated friends I have.
This is my dark hydration.
Are you a
truth.
ruse?
My hydration is a total ruse.
You're a liar?
Not a liar. I've never represented like I was the most hydrated girl on the planet.
You had a literal thing that was like, keep going.
I know.
I was like, she is
because I needed that
stallion.
I needed the hydration encouragement because I just simply don't hydrate enough.
Well, good to know, but for your personal, like, at least know that myself and probably many others see you as a very hydrated queen.
You see hydration, glowing skin, silky hair, beautiful woman. What you don't see is the mustard yellow color of my piss and how dehydrated I critically am. And I'm a work in progress.
Your piss keeps the score.
It does. It lets me know.
More than stool, maybe.
Oh, absolutely.
I think I fully subscribe to this.
Mm-hmm.
Mustard yellow, it's time to head for the hills.
Yeah.
And by head for the hills, I mean...
Head for the water.
Head for the
water bottle. Mm-hmm.
You need to become a camel.
Girl, I would if I could.
I would too. I need to hydrate way more.
Mm-hmm. Hydration is key. It is the key to a lot of things, but especially just having plants that do well.
What's your favorite plant that you're sort of raising as a child?
I have an orange tree that's been doing pretty good. It's a little tiny guy. In the back area by my kitchen, I have a whole other little plant zone.
I didn't even know that.
I know.
Wow.
More secrets revealed.
You do have your place is very like secrets.
Mm-hmm.
There's like little compartments and little courtyards everywhere.
Yeah. So I'm learning spring is feeling very springy. Flowers are blooming all around, and I like that. And I noticed that more this year than in past years. We
have a plumeria plant, a flower.
They smell so good.
She is a survivor.
I know that I've seen her struggling on that balcony.
But Simon, at the end of the day, will always find a way to hydrate Miss Plume. Florence Plume. And she struggled this year with the dryness and
with
the fires,
lack of watering.
But now
from her gay dad.
But she continues to like wow us.
The thing is,
she's Bella Hadid on the Cannes red carpet.
Plants are always wanting to find a way, and they will find a way. If you let them, they'll take anything they can get, and nature yearns to find a way.
To be diva.
And they teach you lesson after lesson.
Does Tony envy your plants?
No.
Does he investigate?
No.
He's like parallel.
He's like a helpful
imp.
Imp who will sit and watch me like repot or water or whatever. But
Does he go out on your balcony?
Yeah.
Does he go?
He loves to sit in the sun. He loves to bark at the people coming and going. He's a little watchdog.
It does feel very spring. Like we were flirting with Seattle again, with Pacific Northwest the last month and a half.
Mm-hmm.
And now I feel like we're in spring.
Yeah.
You know, I was worried.
I know. You were you were getting a little Chicken Little.
I was.
But that's just the way that the weather goes.
Right.
Before it gets into just like punishing heat.
Yes.
But we're not here to talk about weather patterns or the mustard yellow color of my piss. We're here to talk about a little bit of news topics.
Mm-hmm.
Namely, something that is haunting me.
What?
And will continue, I think, to haunt me until it is resolved, hopefully once and for all, is the Diddy trial.
Yeah, I'm like...
Are you tuning into any like news? How are you handling?
I've seen a few headlines that literally make me... I saw one about Cassie, because Cassie took the stand yesterday.
Cassie's in the process of testifying, and I read like a summary of everything that she had said.
She's also deeply pregnant.
Yeah.
That's powerful
Mm-hmm.
to take the stand. I saw a courtroom sketch that Diddy was apparently doing this during her testimony.
I don't know.
And he's like has a beard now and everything. Like he's...
I don't really like... I just can't wrap my head around a lot of things. Number one, just like the general like depravity of...
It's Caligula.
It is Caligula. And number two, his children are in the courtroom while people say all of this. Like he has 5 or 6 kids that show up to court holding hands like a united front. Imagine showing up to court and then having to listen to someone explicitly describe fucking your dad.
He has young daughters, right? With Kim.
I think his kids are like probably 13 up now.
I would probably want my teenagers to not be privy to this.
Well, yeah.
But they're there?
They're there.
Because he has sons who are like our age, right?
I don't know. I don't know their ages.
Yeah. Aren't his sons like kind of sketchy? Weren't they arrested?
I think so. The whole thing is just like so...
So what's like the
sick.
big takeaway without getting too like graphic?
Well, I think we should just let Nancy tell us what's what. Because she's kind of my shining light.
She's on Diddy's
She
case.
is locked the fuck in.
Is she there?
I don't know.
She in Brooklyn? He's at the same prison with Keith Raniere, right?
No, Keith Raniere is in full-blown prison now.
Oh, okay.
Keith Raniere is in like Kansas or Colorado.
But
or
no,
shit
but he's
like
at the prison that Jeffrey Epstein got killed at.
Yeah.
Okay. Fabulous.
Break in court. Does Diddy need a diaper? He took one look at that jury panel and said, I gotta go, and I gotta go right now.
Does Diddy need a diaper?
Does Diddy need a diaper? She
should be the prosecution.
Yeah. I would listen to her talk about anything.
She was a prosecutor, right?
Yeah.
Get her on there. So is it just Cassie right now, or are there other victims?
Survivors. This is the beginning, so I'm sure there's going to be other things revealed.
God.
But it's like, it's really fucked up.
The thing that I think made me was when I saw that his team is claiming mutual abuse. Like Cassie was also abusing him, which is just like...
Yeah, I don't think that they have like a real case. I mean, they're trying to say like she helped choose the people in the freak offs and like blah, blah, blah. Like she was really complicit.
Fuck them all.
I don't think that any like jury member would be like, totally.
Yeah, that's so fucking... I mean, Jesus Christ.
There you go.
Diddy needs a diaper. But... I saw this video once, a post-freak off video, you know, because he always had the IV, they'd come in with the IVs.
Mm-hmm.
It was him and his mom. And his mom was getting an IV, and they were like, well, you know, kind of like taking care of my mom. She's here. And I was like, was the mom in the freak off? Are they all in freak off?
I don't know, but I think there's like a video of him like kissing his mom, like open mouth kissing his mom.
That was the video I saw. They like kiss over IVs. And I was just like,
there's some look, and I love people like fucking and sucking. I hope that people fuck and suck.
Consensual freak offs.
Yeah, like please have at it. But there's something about a forced freak off that really scares me.
Well, yeah.
I can't put my finger on what.
Non-consensual orgy is pretty.
Yeah, there's like a helicopter.
This is Hollywood, baby.
Just curious, did you ever see Sean Combs wearing reading glasses?
Never.
She's really asking important questions, and that's why I love her so much.
Also, that guy, like, I'm sure he's a successful guy, but he seems so random. Like, he really feels like a TMZ, like, person, or like a British that they have to talk about Meghan and Harry, who, like, hate Meghan and Harry.
He's, like, giving scary publicist energy.
Yeah. Never. Well, I think... So what's he facing? Do they even have like a sentencing yet, or is he?
No, he has like I think 4 charges total.
Okay.
And so this trial is addressing those.
I mean, how many people are shaking in their little boots?
The thing is, it's like it's one of those things where the more facts that come out, like the darker it is, and I'm not willing to super engage with it. I know probably most people are like, I don't want any part of this.
Yeah.
But it also is a necessary thing for people to know so that it cannot keep happening.
Yeah, and it still is happening.
Like, I know, it's really scary. Anyways, Neva. Speaking of Neva, an Australian town has popped up with a new name.
They're always coming up with local names. There is a town in South Australia called, north of Adelaide, called Tiddy, Widdy Beach. It has a population of 195. It's known for its holiday homes, crabbing spots, and beaches. Tiddy Widdy.
Tiddy Widdy Beach. That sounds like... I just recently watched Muriel's Wedding, which have you seen that movie?
Yes. You never seen it before?
Like I'd never seen it before. I don't know how I lived so long without seeing it because it's one of the funniest movies I've ever seen.
And sad.
It's very heart-wrenching.
The Waterloo scene is my favorite thing ever. I'm with Muriel.
So good. But it sounds like the town that they're from. Tiddy Widdy Beach.
It was they said it was an indigenous name? Quirky name comes from a well-located town north of what is known to the local indigenous people as Tiddy Widdy Ned. Okay, so it has history.
What if it's Ned?
Ned.
Just Ned with a huge set of knockers. And they were like,
he's got a set of knockers, doll.
Just old indigenous Ned with his massive jugs.
Isn't it crazy to imagine? I always forget Toni Collette is Australian.
That's crazy.
I do. I simply do. She's always going loco in movies.
Oh yeah, she loves it.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
But no, Muriel's Wedding, truly, the first time I saw it, I was like very disturbed by it.
It's really odd and disturbing, but also it's one of those movies where almost every line is hysterical.
Well, it's the same guy that did My Best Friend's Wedding, I think. So that's also one of the funniest scripts of all time.
Love him.
Yeah.
Love a Tiddy Widdy.
Tiddy Widdy.
France has resolved to build a robot army.
Your dream is coming true. You might have to move to France.
If France had revealed that they were going to unveil a robot French maid service, that would be my dream. But a robot army, I'm not as into.
Where they wear the little...
I would love a robot.
With a black apron.
A male robot in a black and white French apron, just dusting
With
and
fishnets.
cooking with a fishnet, but a sensible flat or a Chanel heel.
France's armed forces are said to be on track to create a robot army by 2040.
That's soon.
That's very soon.
That's around the corner.
I'm going to be like 25 at that time.
I know. I'll have just turned 32.
That's so crazy.
Their target was initially 2021, so they are
okay. Well, COVID
a little bit late.
COVID claims another big creative project.
The fucking supply chain.
This is terrifying. High intensity warfare. They're going to have like spider robots. It's not going to be like fun. They're going to be horrific obsidian black like robot dogs.
If we all just have robot armies, are our robot armies just going to fight each other and then humans are kind of like out of the mix?
That's what they'll say, that they'll eventually always come for us.
They'll unite.
I mean, we basically do fight a robotic war now.
But it gets like more, I guess it's just going to get more and more removed to where like robot armies are bravehearting.
Yeah.
Like a few counties over and you're just like smoking a cig, having a coffee.
You're watching Muriel's wedding.
And at that point, if it's just robots fighting, we must ask ourselves, do we really need to be doing this? If it gets so removed that you're literally just droning other drones and robots are killing robots.
But when will they be like, this isn't cool, we are going to rise up?
Well, yeah, they're going to be like, guys,
why are we
we're
fighting
the
each other?
robots. We're all slaves.
Yeah.
We need to turn on the real problem, the humans.
Wait, can you go up? Did you see this headline? Care home resident 97 arrested. That's what I'm going to be doing instead of fighting in the wars. When they eventually draft the LGBTs to get us all in one place and make us fight in the robot wars, I'm going to be shoplifting.
And because you're only
27,
you will be drafted. You'll be eligible to be drafted.
That's when I know how fucking old I am, is like I'm not eligible anymore.
Yeah. That's how a man knows he's aging, is you're not allowed to be drafted and become a human kill machine.
I remember I had a thought when I was like 30, because isn't it 35 is the cutoff?
Whoa.
Damn. I didn't even have a chance.
No.
25?
Wow.
By 25, I was fucking over the hill.
No one speaks.
That is old school Hollywood.
No one speaks on this.
That's MGM, basically.
That is.
I'm literally like...
This is the male version of a beauty pageant.
Holy shit. Now I know how it feels
now
to be
you know
a woman.
how Raquel feels.
Do you know what it feels like for a girl? That's literally me when I realize I'm not old enough to be in Saving Private Ryan.
Far past the age.
But how come in Saving Private Ryan, Tom Hanks was like old as fuck in that?
Because he was in it from day one.
Okay.
Some people they draft themselves and then they love it so much they stay in the game until they can retire.
Yeah.
Some are drafted and some just have to go. Do you know that I realized they said that Jax lied about being sent to Afghanistan?
He said he was in Afghanistan?
He said he was in Afghanistan.
When?
I think he said he was in the...
Like during...
He said, let's Google Jax. Did Jaxit go to Afghanistan? Jax Taylor, Afghanistan. He claimed to have been deployed in the Navy in Afghanistan.
Okay, what if Jax like went to Kabul and like found the Navy and was like, hey, how you doing? And they were like, what the fuck? And he's like, hey, I'm here to serve.
There's a party here.
He went, I brought the beer and the chicks. How do you lie about serving in the fucking...
This is why he's just an
That
incredible...
is unbelievable. That's like, remember the guy from, I think I've talked about it before, but the guy that was on that weird show, like The Game or something, who said he was in 9/11? The comedian. Do you remember that? Yeah. Steve Rasna. Steve.
He was in 9/11
He said I was literally in like the Twin Tower and I got out. But he was like...
It was a full
He was
lie.
in like Midtown.
See, I feel like Jax would come up with a 9/11 lie if he could, but he couldn't. So the next best thing was that he was deployed to Afghanistan in the Navy.
He probably heard the call of 9/11 and was like, I'm going to the Navy. And then like was like, actually no, I'm going to Miami
I'm gonna go to Miami.
to be a sugar baby to a sinister gay man.
An elder.
Yeah, Steve Renazzi. He really fell off.
Damn.
COVID really gave all these people a fresh slate. That upheaval in society, all these people like pre-COVID who like him, who like was like, oh, I was lying about being a 9/11.
Mm-hmm.
All these other people, I feel like COVID sort of erased that, and they were sort of like,
they're so back now.
Not even so back, just like no one remembers. Do you know what I mean?
I've never even known.
Oh, I was on this, except I didn't know how to say his last name. The League. I always say The Game. The League. The Game is that movie.
Oh,
The Game
yeah,
is
The Game's with Michael. I was like, what is
The League.
This gay talking about?
The League. It's some sports comedy show or something.
Okay.
And he...
Honestly, I expect someone on a sports comedy show, if you told me like everyone on there was lied and said they were 9/11, I'd be like, totally.
But he's like really, it was like part of his brand.
Oh, my bra is showing.
Oh
well.
Speaking of,
let's just get down to business,
okay.
Shall we?
You're very con right now. Lara's on the con film. She's
no nudity.
No nudity, please. I'm Carey.
I'm Lara.
And you're listening to Sexy Unique Lying
Podcast.
About Being Drafted.
Okay, wait. I need to speak on
Spaketh.
Something that has just recently revealed itself to me and that I've had a chance to like marinate with.
Okay.
And that's the theme song of The Valley. Have you spent much time with it?
I kind of like it.
You're like, I'm all right. Baby, I'm all right. It's a bizarre choice.
It's so weird.
What does it mean? What are they trying to achieve? It's like it's happy, it's soulful, it's sung by gospel singers. It's about sinner. It's a little bit sinner adjacent in some way, shapes, and forms.
There's a melancholy undercurrent that sort of grabs me. It's arresting.
Because no one is all right. And no one is as happy as the theme song.
Maybe that's the key, doll.
Baby, I'm all right.
Dun, 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 dun.
Baby, I'm all right.
I mean, it's better than Whole World. The Mob Wives fake theme that's on the...
Oh, not the fake. Don't bring the fake theme into it. I don't recognize the beep beep. That's one of the best theme songs of all time.
I know. If only
and the Vanderpump theme song is so iconic.
It is.
And then they decided, baby, I'm all right.
Bum, 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 bum.
It's scaring me.
This show is scaring me.
It's gotten to a place of true daylight horror.
Literally clutching.
This episode was like watching Hereditary.
It was. Yeah. It's like Ann Dowd approaching Toni Collette in like the AC Moore parking lot.
But it's now appointment viewing television.
It is.
It's appointment television.
Mm-hmm.
They're doing really good, I would say, Emmy-worthy work.
Danny activates my fight or flight to a degree that I can't even articulate.
He disgusts me.
He disgusts.
I go, disgusting.
Disgusting. A predator.
It's 8:30 a.m. in Santa Barbara and Jesse's starting.
Jesse's pouring himself some champagne.
Mm-hmm.
He got up and shame cleaned, which is what someone on a group trip who got blackout the night before loves to do. They get up at like 6 a.m. and they like kind of clutch and dread, and then they shame clean.
They try and make it right.
And then so when everyone wakes up, they can be like, what a martyr.
Mm-hmm.
So he gets up, Dodie and Luke are up, and they're just sort of the most normal people on this whole trip, which is baffling.
Dodie is like surprisingly level-headed and calm. And I'm like, what's at play here?
She low-key fell off for me in this episode.
She really did.
And I'm not
I
proud.
need a comeback.
I'm really disappointed.
She's really not rock and roll right now.
I think she's like in baby
She's in gestation mode.
She's in like
She's
ovulating.
Yeah, she's going through it.
She has to be really
she's
still.
Not trusting her own body.
She also has to be really still.
She's probably exhausted from clenching her vaginal muscles to hold in all the cum. So I am going to show her a shred of grace on this.
Oh, I'm showing grace.
Brittany and Zack are co-sleeping.
State of grace.
And Zack fell asleep eating chips and sour cream dip, which he's a pig of my own heart because that is a delicious snack.
He has by his bedside a giant Diet Coke and onion dip.
That's the meal I was raised on.
Wow.
Like a Ruffles potato chips, sour cream and onion dip, and Diet Coke is like the snack of the summer to me.
They do things differently out in Oklahoma.
Oh, they do things a little differently.
Their bed is a bed of it's a piggery. It's a pig pen. I feel like he and Brittany are sharing a bed in a room that I don't think has windows.
No.
And it is a fart box.
Do you know how bad it smells in there?
Oh, it's smelling so bad.
He fell asleep with the dip on his chest, rolled over. It spilled onto the bed sheets, and then he just put a towel over it and slept on top of it.
That's real.
Brittany's so used to sleeping with Jax that she probably didn't even notice that the bed had a hint of sour cream energy.
Went, where is it? And he goes under the table and she goes, oh my God, you got it. Your onion dip's under that now. And then... But that is so real of like when I used to piss my bed, I would just put a towel over it till I woke up the next morning. Like I was like, I wake up at like 4 and be like, I can't deal with this right now. And
I too have entered a place of like towel in the bed. If I like wake up and I sweat the bed, like I'll just towel and then deal in the morning. But I don't know if I could towel in the bed sour cream.
No. I had what did Brittany, she said something really... that killed me. Never mind.
Imagine waking up next to Zack. Like, I'm at a point where every time I see his face, I laugh.
I know. Imagine waking up. Imagine like you wake up, the room is pitch black.
He's like this.
But you just look and in the darkness, you see the whites of Zack's eyes.
And he's going like this.
And Brittany goes, oh my God.
Oh my God, are you awake?
Are you awake? I need to take a shower because this onion dip, I'm sure I smell a little like your onion dip.
She goes, is Jackson here? He goes, no, I just spilled onion dip.
Ew, because Jack smells.
Because Jack smells, yeah.
Wow, it smells like Jack's.
I think that Jesse is upset because he is thinking that he and Michelle would be fucking on this trip. I think he thought that they were going to have some sort of like...
XX?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. She wants nothing to do with him.
No.
He is starting. Brittany gets a text from Jax.
She goes, I'm getting texts.
He tells her that the doctors have diagnosed him with bipolar disorder.
Zack goes, which version are we getting? And she goes, we're getting the version he's finally starting to understand.
She goes, as long as he's not rage texting me, that's positive.
He said they finally diagnosed me and I'm bipolar. And Zack goes,
which version of Jax are we getting today?
Zack should be a life coach who just co-sleeps with you. Like he insists on sleeping in your bed and keeping eyes on you at all times.
Well, he's learned from the master herself, Dodie.
He is Dodie.
Dodie is definitely an eyes on you, sleep next to you.
She's vigilant in that way. But Zack is like Dodie times 1,000. Because like Kristen has that je ne sais quoi, where every time I would even see her face on Vanderpump Rules, I would cry, laugh. And now Zack has taken the torch. And every time the camera cuts to him, I cry.
He's going.
Or he's going like this.
As long as he's rap rage texts me, that's all I care about.
He goes, we have to go to this wine tasting. I don't like wine. You and I hate wine. I was like, tell me more. Like, they hate wine.
They're very anti-veen.
They love
vodka.
Just hard alcohol.
Tequila.
But
my true heart is vodka. But I can't drink it anymore because of my GERD.
My GERD get activated. So
Jack's also, his pink tablecloth shirt is just like the funny. It looks like a little like cloth
Zack's,
coaster kind of thing.
His crochet top.
It's amazing.
He's really,
I love him.
Cemented himself as an essential worker on the show, and I appreciate everything he's doing. Everyone gathers and boards a bus to go to a wine tasting.
Jesse's so excited. Jesse's all about wine country. When someone's too into wine country, there's something wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I've said this many times, but Sonoma especially, very curls font.
It's curls, and when someone is actively going through a toxic divorce and then is finally at peace in a winery in Santa Barbara, that like, I'm sorry, but if the cast of The Valley descends on your winery, it's a recession indicator for you. Mm-hmm. It's an indicator that the last Q numbers were down and you're desperate to get the numbers up this Q.
Mm-hmm. It's no surprise that Raquel is from Sonoma.
It's very interesting.
When I see that wine train go by, I go.
On the bus, Brittany goes, "All right, I'm feeling good now. The tequila hit.
The tequila is hitting." She talks about tequila like it's like ecstasy.
I believe for her it is.
I think it is.
The bus then... Well,
first, Jesse does like... He's blackout, and he's like making everyone laugh. He's going full Pagliacci. He's stripper pulling. Even Michelle cracks a smile at one point. Like, he's definitely, really trying to become the darling again. And then...
He's trying to make Michelle love him again.
And I saw one crack of a smile from her, but other than that, she is like, I'm not engaging with this.
They are wrapped up in one of the most sick, twisted games of foreplay I've ever had the pleasure of seeing.
I know.
The bus breaks down on the side of the road.
You hear Brittany in the background go, "Oh, the bus is smoking.
Oh, no, it's smoking.
Oh, no, the bus is smoking. Let's all take some shots. I want to take some shots. If we're going to burn up in here, I want to take a shot.
I didn't bring any road tequila.
I didn't bring some tequila.
I'm hot.
Let's go see if there's any tequila in that mini fridge."
Lo and behold, who takes absolute control? Timothy McVeigh himself. Luke.
Ted Kaczynski.
Gets out of the bus and pops the hood. And in that moment, I literally said, this man's kind of hot.
Thank you.
Welcome
to the club.
All of a sudden, I was like, I fully get it. I said, Dodie's man. No wonder she's silent. She's been dicked down by a fucking king.
Speaking of being in 2040, I have been ahead of us truthers of Luke, that ginger McVeigh.
You are small, but you are vocal.
And we're right. This is a man.
I'm not going to say you're right just yet.
I know
but
you're
I
not going to say I'm right.
Say
you're intrigued.
You're not wrong.
He's one to watch.
And
he has a big old hog. I'm sorry. He took charge of that bus. He opened up that hood, and all the other men inside, Jesse went out and was like...
Jesse was like walked into traffic.
Luke's like, let me take a look at this. He's like, yeah, the coolant in the converter of the coolant system is malfunctioning, and we're going to have to maybe get a replacement bus. I was like...
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like... It won't be able to go up the hill. It'll probably smoke, but we're going to roll down the hill. I was like, Dad, take control.
He's constructing a militia bus that's like, do you ever see Dawn of the Dead, the remake?
Mm-hmm.
Remember when they outfit the bus with chainsaws? Of course
I've seen Dawn of the Dead, the
remake.
Right,
okay. But there's a scene at the end where they have the bus that has barbed wire on it and chainsaws. He's outfitted their bus where it's going to be a Viking ship.
He's ready to
Mad Max.
Yeah. He's like, this doesn't have enough fuel or the engine capacity to load it with explosives and park it in front of a federal building. So we're going to roll it down the hill and just wait at a gas station and call some Ubers.
We might have to settle with Santa Barbara City Hall.
And Dodie
they're
goes,
like, what?
Rock and roll. That's my fucking man.
Fucking roll. That's my fucking man. I ride for him.
That's my fucking man.
Come fuck me.
I have his cum in my pussy right now.
My pussy right now is dripping.
But my ovulation, it's all off. I can't trust my body. Rock and roll.
But fucking, that's the rock and roll lifestyle. You can't trust it. You just have to go with your gut.
Mother
my
Moon,
gut is full of cum.
Mother Moon told me wrong.
Mother fucking Moon. Goddess Moon.
The
Luna.
app led me astray once again. You can't trust technology, rock and roll, but I can always trust my fucking man.
The ties are all over the place, but that's my fucking man out there. And I don't see any of you fucking men doing anything. All your men are pussies.
Mm-hmm. Dodie is just sitting pretty.
Yeah,
I'm happy for her.
So they take the little bus down to the gas station.
Nia gets on the phone with Daniel and
she goes, "Hi, honey." She goes, "Have you left Warner Brothers yet?" I was like, okay.
She's, "I'm going to need you to stop by the house for a couple things, yes. And no, you do not say that. Listen to your wife, please." And I was like,
I went like this. I literally had like I felt like I had to start stimming to like soothe because I was truly like, I became their child.
These shows really do
put me in a place
activate a latent autism I didn't know that I had. I was literally like, if the simple inkling of having to behold a woman become mommy voice to her own husband is terrifying to me.
You do not say that. I am your wife.
No, you do not listen to your wife, please. Brittany goes, "Oh, Nia's getting pissed."
Nia's getting pissed. Brittany's happy. Brittany, she has a little Schadenfreude because she's taking a little pleasure.
Well, I think it's valid.
But I get it.
I mean, everyone's lives on this show. You're not on this show if your lives aren't hell. And Brittany knows the secrets and where the bodies are buried. And I think she's had just about enough of Nia.
I've just had about enough of Danny. I will take some shots. Danny's definitely like, he definitely did something the night before when he got back, and Nia's pissed.
I told you. I was like, this man's up to no good.
They get to the winery and they walk in and Brittany goes, "Oh, this looks like the Notebook.
This is beautiful.
This is so beautiful.
It's gorgeous."
Zack's like, "I definitely have some like smells going on my undercarriage, in my taint."
He's in a place of like gay shock and awe with this group.
He smells like Axe body spray and taint, which is fine.
It's good. They start the wine tasting and are sipping and blah, blah, blah. And Brittany at one point just pours her wine in Michelle's glass because she hates wine. She goes, and Jesse goes, "Why don't you just sip it and spit it into this bucket?" And she goes, and Janet goes, "What? Have you never spit before?" And Brittany goes, "I'm a swallower." And Brittany's out here doing comedy in these streets.
She's doing Ladies Am I Right comedy.
I hate wine. Anyone else hate wine?
She's like, "When I go to a winery, I hate it because I've always been a swallower, not a spitter."
They want me to spit, but I say, "Ladies, I'm a swallower."
You hear her you just hear these Brittany like off camera, just constant throwaway lines of her going, "I'm gonna spit. I'm gonna spit." Janet is why did I just say Janet?
Janet?
Janet is trolling JC. She cannot stop, which I'm kind of appreciating her for that.
I appreciate it too, but I was glad to have a little bit of a Janet break this episode.
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
You don't
even have
for
to say
obvious
it.
reasons.
Because
Janet.
Janet is... She's circling the drain of becoming an essential worker, even though I don't...
She has a lot of work to do.
But she has a lot of work to do.
She has a lot of cuntiness to take back.
And guess who shows up? Danny.
Old Danny boy.
"Guess who's back? I'm back, and I got a lot of catching up to do."
His vibe is one of the worst types of straight guy vibes, where he's like being performatively funny, like being like, "I have my own methods of doing the wine tasting. First, I take a big old sniff, check the legs." And I was like, this is the kind of guy that does these things, and then everyone has to give like courtesy laughs.
He goes, "Let's not sip this wine. Let's drink this wine."
I have a lot of catching up to do. When you say you have a lot of catching up to do to like reach other people's drunken level, I have my eye permanently on you.
He goes, I was held an hour after. The director wanted me to do some more stuff at the studio for my voice acting job.
They're like, Jesse, we're going to go back to 1, and can you just make that fart sound again?
Yeah.
I really believe Jesse was... Not Jesse. Danny. I think that Danny is just hired to do fart sounds in VR. He goes, Warner Brothers called me in for a big diarrhea scene. They're like, we're going to need to make it slightly wetter and more explosive. Can you do that this time?
I can do wet. I can do dry. I can do in between.
They go, okay, that's enough. Just do it.
All right.
They're like, wetter and juicier, please. They're like more of a gurgle, if you will. But a fart. They're like, and that's a wrap on Danny. Everyone, thank you, Danny. And he goes, you don't want me to do a few dry ones for pickup? And
No,
they go,
get away from me.
Get the fuck out of here.
Never come near
They
me
go,
again.
we will direct deposit
Yes.
the $125 day rate into your account within 48 hours.
Never reach out to me again. Danny's starting, and Jasmine and Melissa like grip each other's hands under the table, and you can tell they're like, their guard is going way up because their alarms are going off. And when Danny starts drinking, Papa comes to play.
All lesbians are in danger when Danny takes to the hooch.
Mm-hmm.
I've also realized I've come around and I really like Melissa.
Me too.
But at first I was like, your silence is violence to me.
I know,
and
I think
now
she's just afraid.
I think
with good
she
reason.
hates everyone. She's disgusted by them and she has nothing nice to say. So she's defaulted to not saying anything at all.
I love that they're both from New Jersey. The same town in Maplewood, New Jersey.
I'm ready for them to rise in the ranks.
They will.
They will. I have faith in them.
Michelle goes to Jasmine and Melissa. She goes, so how did you guys originally met?
Something's cognitively, IQ-ally off with Michelle, no?
How did you guys originally met? And they go, well, we met. We were both in our hometown at a bar in Maplewood, New Jersey. And Melissa's like, usually I'm not so forward, but I like grabbed her and was like, I want you. What?
I'm just like, if someone looked at me and my partner and said, so how did you guys originally met? I would not be able to answer that question and give them grace and answer the cue with a straight face.
It's a little Meredith Marks.
It is, but I don't know if it's like a pill thing.
No.
I think it's like, I don't know what it is.
Janet tells Zack that when they were mad at each other, she contributed in the rumor that Jack wears a toupee, which he was tickled by. Jack's love language is being
Zack. No, I know. Their names are really confusing. Everyone has a different version of the same name on the show. Every day I'm like, Jesse, Jason, Janet.
Jesse, Jason, Janet.
Jason,
Jax.
Jesse, Jax.
Crows. Loke.
Wait, but when the lesbians are saying their gorgeous lesbian love story, Brittany goes, oh, I love it. She goes, oh, 2 women living in sin. I love it.
Oh, that's so cute. I like it.
I love that.
I love you guys are roommates, but you're more than just roommates.
I love your friendship.
You guys have a good friendship. I love it. Oh, that's sweet. Aw.
It's important for girls to be friends with other girls.
Oh, I love female friendship.
Oh, female friendship and women supporting women is fine. In a platonic manner, I love it.
Oh, she goes, oh, I love it.
I'm going to report you to my local church.
I'm reporting you to the DHS.
But I love it. Oh,
tip
I don't
line.
believe you should be able to adopt, but I love it.
Oh, in 2 years when there's an LGBT tip line where you can report people for being LGBT, I'm going to report you.
But I love it. Oh,
but I love it.
Jesse goes, God, I love it here. It looks like a Monet. And Luke goes, I've never been to Monet. And in that moment,
okay, devil's advocate though, but Jesse was being a little bitch in this moment. And I thought I was like, you telling someone that they're not cultured is
means you have no
the
culture.
least cultured thing you can do.
I know,
to
but
point
then
out when someone is lowbrow means that you yourself are also lowbrow. Fuck yourself.
And then when Luke said, well, you are not manly, I went, my boner's on a Luke roller coaster.
He goes, where's Monet? Jesse goes, you, no culture. And Luke goes, you, not manly. Oh.
Kristen goes, that's my fucking man.
She goes, a fucking ride or die over here. That's fucking rock and roll. We don't fucking care about Monets in this house.
She goes, takes one to know one.
Takes one to know one. But
Artist
although
dead.
I will be going to Paris one day and I will go to Jim Morrison's grave.
Rock and roll.
Rock and roll. I'm gonna fucking take a shit on Jim Morrison's grave because that's fucking rock and roll. That's what he would have wanted.
That's rock.
I want to take a shit on Jim Morrison's grave.
Do it.
All right.
Michelle and Jesse go.
Is he alive? Weren't there like rumors that he was actually alive?
That he faked his death? Yeah, there's a whole train of thought that he faked and is like living
in Paris.
Like in like New Mexico or something.
Baby, can you light my fire?
It's kind of the
I'm
trajectory
just kidding about
of
taking
like
a shit. That was rude. People are out here.
People are really gonna get mad at that.
People are out here believing that I'm going to take a shit on Jim Morrison's
I'm
grave.
really glad that you clarified. Because otherwise,
Baby,
you could have definitely gotten canceled
I just don't
for
care
that.
for him.
Well, the truth of the matter is he was a disgusting pig.
Yeah, fuck Jim Morrison.
Like everyone who knew him was like he was disgusting to be around and a total pig of a man. He had a hot period for like 2 years and then he went into just disgusting drunkard pig territory.
Yeah, fuck him.
And just because he was brutally hot for a while and died young, we all thought he's the lizard king, but really he was a drunken pig. I hate to be the bearer of bad news.
There is a Jim Morrison industrial complex that we have been bludgeoned by, like, and I refuse to be sucked into it.
Oh, I was under the spell for years. I had a poster of him in my high school bedroom.
You did
I said Jim Morrison is the end all be all of hotness, and I was in a place of rock and roll, Dodie style. At age 15, I was like, that's my fucking man.
I ride for my lizard king.
That's my fucking lizard king. He's so fucking hot. He's a master poet. And then you read and you gather intel and info and you realize the truth. He was drunk pig, smelled like shit, couldn't even do a concert.
What? He has, I'm sorry, I'm not like a Doors head, but like, I know he has that, I just know that one song.
I am a Doors head, like love their music.
Well, that one song was like, like the baby, the most famous song. That's the only thing I know. I couldn't tell you another Doors song.
Well, the Doors catalog is good and interesting, but it also is a very limited time period because they weren't active that long. And then but eventually towards the end, like they couldn't even perform live because their pig of a front, their pig of a lead singer, like was barely sentient.
Yeah, what?
Literally ask anyone.
No, I believe you.
Every single
I believe that you were there somehow.
I feel like I was.
I think you're literally.
I feel like I had like bad sex with Jim Morrison, bad pig sex with Jim Morrison.
I feel like this is maybe happening because you can't see, like maybe you can tell through the camera, but being sitting across from you right now, it feels real. Like you know this intimately. You were in Laurel Canyon.
In the golden days of Laurel Canyon, I was like, you see, don't you say?
And
I went to the Whiskey A Go-Go. I saw a performance and I said, who is that man? Who is that stunning poet of a man?
Who's that lizard king? And your friend went, he's far out, isn't he? His name's Jim Morrison.
I said, wow, I'm going to go backstage and investigate. And then
the friend that told you that was Dodie. Ew,
almost every single like retelling I've read of someone that interacted with him
just repellent.
Is like he was disgusting.
Probably horrible to women.
Yeah, like I think he was just a true flop.
That's such a dorm room poster. I had a fucking poster of Che Guevara at my freshman.
The fuck out. Did you even know who it was?
I knew
you were like,
name.
This is cool.
Yeah.
I might have had a Che Guevara t-shirt.
I had a poster doll. And I was like,
It was a real Spencer's gift time.
I was a fraud.
I had Jim Morrison across from my bed. So it was like the thing I saw when I went to sleep and woke up. And I was like, this is the hottest guy of all. He's really hot.
No, yeah, obviously. That one photo of him, where he's just like
one photo, the literal 6
but
months where he was hot.
Just so he's so unbelievably hot in that one photo that like
his hotness transcended his own disgusting pig era
and his own talent. And now he has a grave that like Adrian Curry goes to.
I've been to the grave.
You have not.
I did.
I
said, I went to Père Lachaise Cemetery. I said, I smoked a cig and said, R.I.P. old man. You're a true pig. R.I.P. pig.
I'll leave you a cigarette.
R.I.P. swine. You smelled like shit and your dick didn't work. You had whiskey dick.
Did he? Oh, you would know.
I know.
R.I.P. swine. Okay. Sorry.
Jesse sits with Michelle and he goes, let me ask you, are you happy? She goes, I'm happy besides you.
He wanted her to be like, no, I miss you. You're right. He really was like, this is going to work.
He rented this house for her. Like everything he's doing is for her and everything she's doing, unfortunately, is for him. Because his kink is also for her to say, everything in my life I'm happy about except for you. He goes, just be happy for me in my relationship. Can't you be happy for me in my relationship?
She goes, I will never be okay with someone that threatens me. And then they do like a compilation. I think they were trolling her a little of just all the times she's talked about the OC girlfriend threatening her. And she always says, she loves to threaten me.
She is constantly threatening me. And I'm like, Jesse, you want her to be happy for you in a relationship with a woman that admitted to Sheena that she's fucking a guy from Baywatch.
Also, we forgot to say that Jesse, before this talk, he goes, put me in wine country and I'm happy.
Michelle goes, look at you. You're a disaster.
You're a disaster.
You spend all of our money. And he goes, I don't spend the money. Let me pull it up. Let me pull it up. And she goes, pull it up.
Well, first he calls her a hooker, which is like, you piece of shit. And that's when she snaps. And she goes, you're a disaster and you're broke because you spent all of our money. She's
now going sicko mode. And I love to see it.
And Brittany goes, oh, Michelle.
Michelle, don't do it. Come
Michelle,
here.
don't do it. Make a pink. Come have a shot.
Michelle goes,
I've got some tequila under the table.
Friend and our client sent us money for Isabella's birthday, and you were happy to take it. Why is a gay guy sending you money on your birthday?
Well, right before she says that, he goes, then he starts realizing like she's really saying it. And he goes, Michelle, it's fine. Michelle, it's fine. Why is a gay guy sending you money? Question of the ages.
But also like,
who cares?
Who cares?
Yeah.
Plenty of gay guys send me money. It's called Venmo.
But it does matter because he's basically talking about how transactional she is.
It was weird too. We watched a shred of Watch What Happens Live and Andy was like, who is this gay guy sending you money and how much money did he send you? And Jesse like wouldn't answer the question. He kept like slippery sliding out of it.
Michelle.
And Andy was getting pissed. He was over it.
Michelle also I think was kind of cagey. She was like, I will not be answering. Like you gotta, if you're gonna, you have these people, these new reality stars.
You can't not have a boundary and then suddenly implement one when you're airing each other's dirty laundry out on the after show, on the show.
I can see Jesse in his past having had like a benefactor.
Totally.
A male benefactor. I
wouldn't be shocked if he still has many.
Yeah. I mean, he's a very handsome guy. Mm-hmm. He's got a tight little body. And it's like a la Sandoval and Jax have had male benefactors. You know?
Zack goes, the gays, don't put him on the gays because the gays don't want him.
He goes, we don't want you.
And I said, sadly, I must argue They do. I would say every gay guy I've talked to has expressed sexual interest in Jesse, particularly.
We don't need him.
He's not for us. We don't want him. I was like,
in that moment, I was like, he's an undercover FBI agent.
He is. He's a straight man in sheep's clothing.
We don't claim him.
Don't put him on us, girlfriend, because we don't want him.
I was like, wrong.
100%
wrong.
Incorrect.
He's such a dick, but I do find him very
I'm attracted.
Sexy.
Yeah.
It's very...
You know, you could have a conversation with him and you could have a laugh. And then...
No, and when I saw him in person at Bristol Farms, I was like, this man is very hot.
I know. I saw him on the red carpet at the Pluto...
Did he talk to you? I forget.
No. Breezed right by.
Didn't Zack walk by you and go...
There's a photo of Zack scowling at me on the red carpet. Iconic.
Michelle, it's fine. Michelle, it's fine.
It's fine. It's fine.
Why is a gay guy depositing money into your account?
Brittany intervenes. She goes, "Nah, you've got to apologize for calling your wife a hooker. That's where you cross the line." And Jesse apologizes. And Brittany goes, "Okay, it's done. Let's go back to the beautiful table."
And then Brittany goes, "Fame hooker, prostitute wench, brought me to mind. Judas, Judas." And then they all break into, the entire cast breaks into choreo from Judas.
Well, then Jason would be the leader.
What?
Going, "Judas, Judas," because he's revealed
he's a little monster.
He's a little monster.
We'll get to it.
We'll get to it. Brittany's in a place of Minnie Mouse with this kerchief headscarf.
I feel like I'm in downtown Disney. I want to go to Main Street Disney and get some shots.
It's sad because we're at the beautiful winery and everyone's screaming. The wine owners come back up and she goes, "There's drama all around us all the time. Sorry.
Sorry, sir."
She goes, "We can't keep together for 2 seconds at a beautiful winery."
She goes, "But maybe I can come back later and we can take some shots together to make up for it. I'll bring a bottle of tequila for you and your wife. We'll sit out here walking the vineyard and just taking shots."
She goes, "I know grapes make wine, but have you ever thought of grapes making tequila?"
Can grapes make shots?
Brittany should try grappa, maybe.
What's grappa?
It's like more of a shot type of, it's like
limoncello?
A liqueur.
Was it like the grape version of limoncello?
Brittany would probably like limoncello.
Oof. Limoncello is disgusting. I would always get the most horrific hangovers after a big night of limoncello.
A whole night of only limoncello.
Just like if I was with my family in New York and we were like ripping limoncello.
At the end of the night?
Mm-hmm. At like a Italian eatery in the West Village and my sister lived there.
Love that. I love a little limoncello.
Ciao.
They get back to the house. Zack goes, "I need to eat now." I need 24/7 Zack cam.
He should be on Big Brother. He'd be incredible on Celebrity Big Brother. Get him on the next season.
He should be on Dancing with the Stars.
Traitors. And that is why I think
he goes,
Lisa Lampanelli is a traitor.
I want him to be the traitor, and at night when they're gathering, like when they do the pans through everyone's room and some people are sleeping, he's just sitting up in bed going...
He sleeps with his eyes open.
He does.
He sleeps like a bat.
I truly think he sleeps with his eyes open. He goes, "Well, it's been a long day, but I'm going to go to sleep."
Zack, are you awake? No, he's in REM. I've seen it.
He's deep sleep. Dodie says, "Jesse is complicated. Sure, he called Michelle a whore. But he's made this he's arranged a really nice dinner for us. So that's got to count for something." Her logic.
Then Janet's like, "I'm going to go into the pantry. I need to snack." And then Danny follows Janet into the pantry and closes the door. And I've never wanted to protect Janet more. Literally in my fight or flight, I was like, get her out of there. This is not safe.
I braced for a grope. I thought that's where it was leading. It was to a pantry attack.
He goes, you guys. He goes, I really had to catch up to you guys. And you could hear, oh. And then instead, though, almost as dark, he full golems in the corner and takes swigs of tequila in the corner.
He goes into glug glug mode.
Which is like, you're taking a secret swig. Like, that's really bad. He's in deep alcoholism.
To go from a wine drunk, like a solid wine buzz, to glugging a room temp tequila, just raw dog, no chill, no salt, no lime. Crouched glug.
Having to crouch in a separate room away from sight to glug glug is things are not going well for you.
Yeah, if you're crouching and glugging, it's time to examine. Janet goes, it made me really uncomfortable.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Jesse and Michelle talk again outside. I'm like, this girl's giving him a lot of grace.
I'm telling you, they're getting off to this now.
It looked like they were in front of a green screen, didn't it? It was weird.
She takes to his boudoir to have an intimate conversation and check on him. And I was like, this dynamic is sexually charged as hell.
She's still very much attracted to him.
They are. And he goes, why aren't you happy for me?
She goes, I can't be happy, like I said. I will never be happy for you dating a woman who threatens me.
Jasmine and Melissa are listening down with Zack and Luke. And Jasmine, not Janet. Did I say Janet? They need to rename everyone. Yeah. Season 3, they should all have new names. Jasmine has Jesse clocked. She's like, he still wants her.
Yeah.
Jesse's hung up on Michelle's cheating.
He calls her a cheating, lying whore, which, like, you need to... This is...
You've got to just take a step back. Also, you've got to get over it. You're getting divorced. It's over.
But Michelle ups the fun and games, goes down the banister of the stairwell, and then shouts for the whole house, my ex-husband spent all of our money.
Everybody, my husband refused to hug me and kiss me and tell me I'm pretty. When you're in a place of descending the staircase in the shared group house and airing all the marriage dirty laundry.
You still want to fuck this guy.
Oh, you absolutely. You're fucking them spiritually, but I'm listening. This is where I say, go off, mama.
You say, go on.
Go on. Even Melissa is like, shh. I stand with the lesbians on this.
Everybody.
My husband spent all our money.
When you go into town crier mode, you are in deep sexual rage and frustration.
And when you throw a drink and then descend the staircase and have like an opera dissension.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone is horrified. And then Michelle goes and stands in a doorway and stares out into the abyss. And Nia scuttles up to her. And she goes, hi, I heard you were a little upset.
She goes, can I take a picture of you right now? You look so beautiful.
You look really pretty. I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Nia took a little turn this episode for me.
Nia's scaring me.
Well, she's all about the ruse. She's all about like the game and like the image. So she's willing to do whatever to ensure that there's an image of perfection with her and Danny. And that's a dangerous combo.
But I was also like, the cracks are showing, and now I know what her game is.
She likes when other people are going through harrowing situations because it takes attention off the fact that her husband's blackout drunk.
That her husband is glugging in the pantry.
And she knows this is like, she's probably basically like locked him in their bedroom. And she's trying to divert attention from him. So she's like, ooh, can I take a picture of you right now? You look so beautiful. And Michelle's like, no.
Do you think that Danny was glugging in the car on the way back?
Yeah. Yeah. He was drunk when he came in.
Love that.
Mm-hmm.
Danny's passed out, dead drunk. And Nia goes in and goes, hi, boo. How are you doing? Talking to him like they're having an active conversation and he's in snore mode. And she goes, okay, seems like you need a rest. I was like,
who are you talking
911.
to? 911. The chef assembles everyone outside. The chef looks like the lead singer of System of a Down. and Jax is texting Brittany, and she goes, "Oh, Jax is texting me again." And they go, "Is he being mean or nice?" She goes, "He's being nice.
Nice for once.
Nice for once."
Nia's trying to pretend like everything's chill with Danny, and she goes, "He's just sleeping. He might rally later, though.
He'll rally. He's had a long day.
He's gonna rally. He's just really tired.
He's really tired. He had a long day.
He's up there just living his best life."
Brittany's under the table, like clenching her fists.
Hmm.
I know when I lie when I see one. Nia needs to go to Al-Anon.
Yeah.
But
everyone toasts, and Dodie goes, "Peace and love and being kind to one another." I was like, who are you?
They go through a bunch of meals, and then at one point, Dodie goes, because I'm drinking. I took a Valium earlier. So she's fully drinking on Valium, which I love.
Mm-hmm. She's having the fuzzies.
She goes, "I want to ask everyone who their hall passes are, because the producers told me to."
Let's play a fun game. Who's your fucking hall pass?
And Zack goes, "Channing Tatum, duh." And I was like, that? Again, I went, FBI agent.
You're in the CIA.
That is an answer that only an FBI person portraying a gay man would say.
I go, "You're a fucking spook."
You're a CIA. Channing Tatum, duh. You went,
Jason goes, "Lady Gaga." And I was like,
interesting.
that I really enjoyed.
Oh, me too. And that made him hotter.
I was like, you've
He's
risen
like-
to the top of the heap.
He's like, we make some music. Fuck. Sounds great. And Janet goes, "I like this." I was like, okay. I've never heard that.
Yeah, it was incredible.
And they go, "Luke," and he goes, "Little Mermaid."
I said,
I went,
alert the authorities.
and
They need to write that down. And
Yeah. Zack put that down in his FBI log. He went,
mhm.
"Little Mermaid."
What is the
I don't know. Ariel? Legs or fin?
or both?
Or both. I bet in Brittany's head she goes, "He wants to fuck a fish?
A fish, but she's a fish.
A catfish?
A fish lady.
My Mima used to cook up some flounder on the...
The
some
Little
ca-
Mermaid is his hall pass.
Yeah.
Dodie's like, rock and roll.
Fucking roll. I can't help what he says, man. Fucking love she-shell bra. I'll be your fucking Little Mermaid. What is that?
I don't know.
How old was Ariel?
Like 16. It's not doing anything for the creepy allegations. I'll tell you that.
And I went... And then they go, Nia, and she goes, "Actually, Danny and I don't have hall passes." Yeah, because since we live in LA and we're friends with a lot of actual celebrities, like, we can't really do that. I was like, that is fucking weird and bullshit.
Yeah, you're also a liar.
Everyone here is on a TV show. And
Also, like, what celebrities?
yeah, what
You're,
celebrities?
Like George and Amal.
Frankie Muniz.
Angelina
Yeah.
and her kids.
That
What
was
celebrities?
That
There are
was-
no celebrities anymore.
I thought that was so weird.
She's weird. I don't trust it.
Brittany was like, "Oh, well, we all live. Well, you gotta say someone.
Can't say nothing.
You can't say nothing. We all live in LA. We all know famous people. You gotta say someone."
Everyone's starting to really get over Nia
Nia.
sugarcoating.
Who did she say her hall pass was again?
Some guy
Oh.
from Outlander.
And she goes, "Oh yeah, him. Yeah, but not
That's
actually,
him.
because we don't do hall passes."
She gets up and she goes to Zack. She goes, "I'm really cold. I'm just so cold. So I'm going to go sit in the sauna for just 5 minutes to warm up." I was like, you're scaring me.
She goes, "Michelle, how are you body temperature wise? Do you want to come with me?"
And they go check on Danny again. And she's trying to wake him. She goes, looks like you might be waking up after all. But you're just in here living your best life, aren't you, honey? Let me tuck you in. Oh, I'll tuck you in.
Jasmine hates Danny.
Mm-hmm. As she should.
Yeah.
He's disgusting. Luke is defending him. He's like, he's tired. We need a car to break down.
Yeah.
We need
And
like the electricity to go out.
If he's not speaking and just doing like manual
Maintenance?
activity, doing handiwork, then I go,
Mm-hmm.
the minute he speaks and he says his hall pass is fucking the Little Mermaid.
Brittany goes, "I share my entire life, everything I'm going through. No one else does." That's funny. That's funny.
She goes,
That's
"Fine,
funny.
you guys can.
That's funny.
That's funny. She
That's
was fine.
funny.
You guys can be Mr. or Mrs. Perfect all you want.
She gets up and storms into the house and she goes, done. Melissa's standing in the corner just like lurking and Brittany just looks at her. She goes, done. Brittany
She goes,
Brittany
like a
needs to
child.
let the rage out because she is actually filled with hate and anger.
Oh, of course.
As she should be. I mean, she's dealing with the fallout of Jack's, but I need her to unleash. I'm also like, guys, take a page out of Lisa Rinna's handbook and just like bring it up at the dinner table.
Yeah.
Air it out. You don't need to like go hide and talk shit in a room.
Right.
Just ask Nia point blank, like, why do you sugarcoat
She's
everything
learning.
Danny does?
She's been groomed to keep
She
things.
can't be direct. Yeah. But this is where Janet needs to take the opportunity. Janet needs to step it up.
Zack goes, and he runs to tattle to Nia because they have like a weird truce. They have like an alliance, even though she's like, I don't support you.
Because Dodie and Nia, I think, are also have an alliance. Because Dodie's like, well, it's a big fucking deal. He's tired. Yeah, he's drunk. He's also tired.
He tattles to Nia. He goes, I like hate to say this because like Brittany and I are like on good terms now, but like she and Jasmine were like kind of shitting on you and Danny for like always putting up like a facade. And Nia goes, wow, that's I don't really appreciate that.
She goes, who though? Who? And he goes, Brittany, highest of all. I was like, the schism is coming.
Mm-hmm.
The fallout is going to be unlike anything we've ever heard.
She goes, well, let's just, we'll go talk to them about it in person instead of them talking about it behind my back. And they walk over to the room and you hear Brittany back going, my husband's in rehab.
You guys can't even talk about one little thing.
And then all of a sudden, Nia walks in. She goes, hi. She has a bit of a Rachel warble.
Yeah. The beauty queen.
Warble. Uh-huh.
She's gonna, I wonder if she'll crack soon.
Think they'll ever get divorced?
I don't know, because they're heavy duty Christian, so it's hard to say. They really scare me.
Yeah.
Danny was on Watch What Happens Live and he like wouldn't go into detail about anything, and I could tell that Andy was over it. And I was like, if you keep this shit up, like your days are numbered on the show. Like I'm fine to just see you get cut and never think about you again.
Yeah, me too.
But keep glugging.
Please.
I need him to glug like he's never glugged before.
I need a crouch glug.
Mm-hmm. We need a camera, like how we need a camera on Zack at all times. We also need a glug cam on Danny.
It's kind of like eating over a trash can. Have you ever done that?
Once or twice.
I did it. I used to do it a lot.
I like to eat standing up in the kitchen.
I used to like drunk eat over a trash can.
Just like a sloppy
like cheese
face
dip.
shove.
Yeah.
Just so it would catch crumbs or a chew and spit.
Catch crumbs.
I've chewed and spit over the tea can. One piece of pita bread. Then I said, this isn't that fun after all. The rumors aren't true. This isn't fun.
No.
I thought this was supposed to be fun, I said. Where's the laughter? Where's the applause?
Speaking of camel. Well, let's shout out our little cults.
Let's do it.
That was a good episode.
This was one of the best episodes in recent history.
Yeah.
Of The Vow.
It's only getting better, which is just so crazy. Sorry. Cut out me yawning.
And there's 14 episodes this season.
What episode are we on now? 7? 6?
No, 5.
5.
We still have 9 to go. But also maybe, will they do a reunion? They have to reunite.
Oh, they will. Didn't they not? They didn't do one first season.
I know.
So random.
It's really random. I think they thought this was going to be just like a one and done show.
But they didn't know that it was going to be
They didn't know that this is all we have. Don't read the first one, but just start at number 2.
Kara England.
Sexy Unique Gandalf.
Ro Rosengarten.
Ash Kelly.
One of the dolls.
Teddy the Schnauzer and Tony and Mango's cult.
Alex Delisle.
Obviously.
Emily Vaughn.
Gina Sapienza.
Sarah Elizabeth from Boston.
Lucy from London.
Drew Johansson.
Lily Farrell.
Brittany Rendon Weiss.
Danielle from The Brim.
Mazel Tov Laws.
Mary.
Kate Solon.
Mike Earhart.
Diego and Darian, DC's Tom Ford couple,
Matthew Thomas,
Owsley Robinson,
Kathy West,
Kip Moore,
Orlando,
Patron of the Farts,
Nick Sedaris,
Mr. Brandon,
Emily,
Kim Lucas,
Drone,
True from Toronto,
Katie the Sup Lawyer,
RJ,
Modern Counseling, McLean, Virginia.
Jeffrey Pradama.
Guys, thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
being our cult members and being
Our
active
listeners.
parts of our Patreon. Our listeners, our Patreon peeps, we love you so much. I don't know why I said peeps. We're going to move on. If you're Patreon curious, that's a natural feeling.
Mhm.
Don't fight it. Check out this little clip from this week's bonus episode. It's a mere taste of what awaits you at patreon.com/sexyuniquepodcast. If you like what you hear, consider signing up, becoming a member.
Consider. I had a good Mother's Day.
Nice. What'd you do?
We just went out to dinner with Simon's mother and older brother and dad.
Oh,
I bought a
where'd you go?
Bottega Louis.
Nice.
I bought a little pink cake.
You love a Bottega Louis cake.
I went up and
I didn't take you for such like a French pastry kind of girl, but you
Yeah.
really,
That was my wedding cake.
I know. Now I'm putting
That
it
cake was
together.
so
It was
good.
delicious.
they have the best cakes, but I went and I got a
but
little.
you are
I secretly went up and
Marie Antoinette.
I am truly like
You are-
Kirsten Dunst on the cover with going like this with a big wig.
You are like pastisserie.
I am.
You
I am
are
a true patisserie.
boulangerie.
And I went up to the patisserie while everyone was. I quietly went up on the way back from the bathroom, and I secretly bought a cake for Emily,
I love that.
and I brought it down, and Emily was when it came.
Okay,
And I went like this. Bon appetit, mother,
Maman.
maman.
Okay, I'm now much like ChatGPT filing this info away, saving the memory.
I have been bit by the pastry
You are
fairy.
literally Meryl in
I am
You
literally.
are
I
literally-
walked back from Miss It's Complicated with 3 cakes, and Rita Wilson and Mary Kay Place were sitting at my table, and I went, and what's her name? The girl that's married to George Stephanopoulos, Allie, whatever her name's.
Yeah.
And I went, oh, just these, and Rita Wilson went, oh, it's a feast.
You're cooking for some new. It's called croque monsieur.
It's called croque monsieur. That's me at Bottega Louis, except that it's Italian, I think.
No, I think it's a French. Is it?
I think
Why
it's
do
a-
they have French pastry?
Girl.
Patreon.com/sexyuniquepodcast. Bye. Sexy Unique Podcast is created and hosted by me, Lara Marie Shanehalls, and co-hosted by the inimitable Carey O'Donnell. This episode is produced by Sierra Pavia. The audio and video versions are edited by Morgan McDonald. Production and post-production services provided by Bad Ladder. Additional production assistance provided by Jen Shad.